Hello, hello! I've been waiting for you. I'm Taren S, and this is the House of Witchcraft. And it's Pride Month, witches! Woo! We're celebrating rainbow folk all month long! Hello, hello, Crossroads witches and other interesting magical beings. So excited to be back. A little secret, my project is complete and now I'm in the review process. Hopefully here in the next couple weeks I can start getting really excited once the contract's been signed. So I wrote a book is what I'm talking about, witches. All right, first I want to, of course, give a shout out to all of you folks who have hit the subscribe, hit like, and an extra special shout out to all of you wonderful magical folks who leave comments on the videos and the chit chat that goes back and forth. I just want you folks to know I read all those comments. And I learn a lot, and I love it, the conversations that are having. As always, be nice, be polite, be civil, be engaging. It's the only thing I request with my comment section. And now, on to the video. Today we're talking about casting circles, all right? A little bit of do traditional witches, do folk witches, do southern conjuring witches cast circles? Yes, sometimes. A lot of times they're like, oh, no, we only certain witches do that. No, not true. First of all, let's start with any magical practitioner may decide to cast a circle. We find it historically all the way back. We find it in all sorts of references and everything else. For me personally, it's about the working I'm doing, the magic, the experience, and the space I'm in, okay? If I'm already in sacred space, then I'm probably not going to cast my own circle, all right? So, first let me get back. I got notes, y'all witches. I say that all the time. I got notes, because I do have notes, and also be aware these notes will be at houseofwitchcraft.com. We have a blog that, if you want to go back, review it, or you didn't, I'll brush through the notes thing. All right, first, a circle cast is a type of magical working that is used to create a barrier or protective circle. It is often used by witches and other magical practitioners as a way to contain and focus their power, as well as a way to protect themselves from others, all right? Sometimes you cast a circle because you want to be able to contain, magnify it, and build it in this space, all right? You're not really so worried about what's going on around. A lot of times this is almost like that border invisibility spell of you shall not see me dance around my bonfire thing, where we're containing it within. Other times we're casting circles and also barriers. If you sprinkle across the doorway, you're casting a circle, creating this protective space, all right? For me, they sort of go hand in hand. Want to hear your comments below on how you feel about that. All right, but other times you don't want the outside forces to influence what you're working. So it will be for protection, all right? How do you know? Intuition, okay? You gotta feel it, which when I walk into a space, I take that deep breath to see what does that space need? What is that space compelling me to do? What are the genie loci, the spirits of the land, dictating, all right? Every space is different to me. Whereas if you talk to another practitioner, will tell you that they cast the same circle the same way no matter where they're at, Both are correct. All right? So you've got to lean in, and I always tell folks, try some different ways. Okay? The contemporary pagan, cast the circle 3 times round, walk it, athame sword. If that feels good to you, then do it. If sitting cross-legged in the center of the space and shouting, "This space is mine, none shall enter," that's your circle cast witch. All right? So let's get to, you're going to cast the circle. What's the very first thing you need to do? Like I said, decide where. Where are you casting the circle? What is this land, this location dictating? All right? Now, once you've done that, you want to prepare your space. You may set up your altar, all right? You may cleanse the space. Some folks energetically sweep the space. There are so many different things. Sprinkle salt in the space, do herbs, dance around with incense. I've seen so many beautiful ways to cleanse a space. You can do it in song, you can do it with a mantra, you can use your voice, you can also do it in silence. All right? Again, try these different things, and that's why we write it in our book. What works? I have written in my book my favorite ways to create sacred space. Cast a circle. All right? Oops, let me put that down. Okay. All right, next thing you're going to want to do is go get all of your stuff. If you're doing a working, whatever you're doing, get your stuff together and have it all there. It's not that, oh my God, it won't work if I have to go back to the house and get something. That's okay. But by the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th trip back to the house, the energy's dissipating. All right? So it's really, make sure you have all your stuff, get yourself together, a little bit of planning. Okay, let me get to the next page, witches. All right, now after you've done all that, excuse me, this is where you want to take a couple of nice, deep breaths, ground, center, and at that point, walk your circle around, speak words in rhyme, stand there, sing it in song, all right? But it is about connecting with, all right, this space, and depending on your working, sometimes setting boundaries, hard boundaries, as in none shall enter. A lot of times when I walk a space, I will slowly walk in and spiral to my altar. And as I'm doing that, I will speak words of, all who bid me well are welcome to join me this evening. All right? And for some folks, it's very important to acknowledge the cardinal points, to acknowledge elements, elementals, all right? However you feel sitting that space needs to be done. And when you're done with that, then you turn towards your altar and you light a candle, you say your words, you do whatever is your way of acknowledging divinity as you know it, all right? This is your personal connection in this moment. And once you feel that, and all of a sudden, I don't know, sometimes for me it seems like when I'm in sacred space, it becomes a little more sparklier. And then I'm like, oh, this is it. That's when you do your working, your meditation, journal, whatever experience you're seeking for that moment, do it. Now, when you're done, again, there are just as many techniques for casting the circle as there are for letting one dissipate, releasing it, whatever your phraseology. And finding the way that works for you. I think a very easy way to do it is actually just go get you a good broom, old school corn broom, and just sweep the space and use the broom to sweep off the energy of the evening. I know that's one of mine. Again, another way that I like is to start at my altar and then to gently just spiral out. And as I'm spiraling out, most time by the time I hit that third spiral out, I can feel a change in temperature where I'm out of sacred space and I'm back in mundane space. And then when I feel that, I'm like, all right, it's gone. We're done for the evening, you know. Uh, this is about finding a way that works for you, that you really connect with. And nobody can tell you that but you. The best way to figure it out, try doing a couple of different ways. I know here at the cottage, a lot of times one of our favorite things to do is put on a really good music song and we all start dancing around and we all start moving and dancing and moving and we're sitting and we're creating that energy. Music stops, circles cast, sacred space is set. We just did it using our energy of connecting to each other, using our energy of connecting to the land. All right? There are so many ways, witches. So get out there and find one that works for you. Okay? All right. With that said, I hope y'all go have you a bright, blessed day. And as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and H.o.W.